key of C and the key of G, which is what E minor is. So I could play that song. And then what happened is suddenly my guitar lessons disappeared, and I didn't really know why. It came time for the lesson, and I asked my dad, I said, aren't we going to the guitar lesson? He said, no. He said, you're done. He says, I went in to see Mr. Rizzuti, pick you up, and he said that you were going to be good, and that he should just stop throwing his money away on lessons. Because he said, I know he's not practicing, he just figures it out and shows up and knows what to do. So yeah, I learned how to fake it at an early age. Now faking it is one of the things that you have to do when you play music in the recording studios. By the way, a lot of people talk about things they do, and you know, there's a lot of things said about what people do. But this came in the mail today, and this is the end of my recording career professionally right here. This is a lump sum payout from the American Federation of Musicians, and that's all the money I get for all the recording I didn't do, or I did do. But anyhow, it's a nice reward. It'll help me pay for my house for a month. And anyhow, as far as the confidence level that you have to get when you go into recording music, you don't get it by anything other than going and taking your lumps. One time I went to take my lumps at the Capitol Records Tower in Hollywood, and the guy who had called the demo date was Dick Halligan. Dick Halligan was a trombone player in Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and he had a project going. So they called these people. I got a call, and I wasn't a call musician, and I wasn't a regular recording guy or anything. But I had no idea what to do when I got there because I didn't read well enough, and they threw this chart in front of me, and it would be similar to looking at, you know, Egyptian hieroglyphics. And notwithstanding the fact it would take quite a while just to learn how to figure it out, you know, if you listen to it. So what happened was they ran the song, and I looked at the chart and I knew the key, so I just used my ear. And, you know, I got my paycheck. But I had no idea what I was doing. But what I found over the course of time is you cannot fake emotional input. If you're playing music, you've got to give music, not technique. I have no technique left to speak of because of age, arthritis, and also I don't gig very much. But I can still play a little bit. And what happens is, I play music because I can walk down almost any street and go to any music store and find a guy who outpicks me on the guitar. But I can't find too many people that play music on the guitar that well. They're harder to find. So whenever I find somebody, like I found a couple of guys here last night. In fact, one of them's coming on after me. And what I've learned is you learn from everyone. And that's just what you do. So maybe I should just shut up for a minute and I'll play a blues. Is there anybody here that likes jazz?
Yeah. Yeah. We like it all.
Okay. Well, I was told by somebody here who figures into the scheme of things that they didn't like jazz, but I'm leaving them nameless, so I haven't really violated anybody's confidence, I guess. That was the make some coffee. So I've got a band here that's, there's a program called Band in the Box, or Band in the Box. Well, I don't have that program. But I do have a band in a box. This is the box, and the band's right inside there. Boy. And I'm not going to be too loud either, so that'll be pretty cool. Okay, let's just see what happens here. Okay, might be pertinent to point out a couple of things here. I was going to stand, but I've got pretty severe heart disease, so I have to keep my balance and not fall off my feet, so I'm sitting on the stool. My influences for guitar, I think I should, there's a couple of ways to do it. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to play this, and maybe perhaps we could make this some fun. When I get done with this, and I'm not going to do it real long, maybe about 3 minutes, I'll see what everybody thinks, who they think I sound like. That would be a good one. So I'm going to let this go through a measure, and then I'll just chime in.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll come out. Oh, sorry. Gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, I'm not going to use any overdrive. That way you can hear the notes instead of a bunch of grinding, thrashing stuff coming in your ears. That's a form of music I like a lot, slow urban blues. there's some people that come to mind that I snared my influences from. When I first went to California in the summer of '66, and I finally got down to Hollywood, I was taken there by a band who picked me up. So I better try and cut this story right here. I graduated, actually I didn't graduate, I was 4/10 of a credit short of the state requirement for a diploma.
Oh my God.
So, but I was treated with a lot of care by the school district. And that's another story for some other time. It's not related to music. But anyhow, when I got to Hollywood with my band, who picked me up after seeing me perform with Jackie DeShannon in San Jose, they were a bar band, nightclub band in Hollywood, and the name of the band was the Sons of Adam. But the Sons of Adam were popular on the Sunset Strip, along with other groups like Love, the Grassroots, and I know there's a lot of other bands, but I'm having trouble thinking of them because probably maybe I wasn't that interested in them. Well, there was Sky Saxon and the Seeds. You're pushing too hard, that was the song. But anyhow, the Sons of Adam did a lot of Yardbird songs. So what happened was the Yardbirds did blues songs initially, blues rock. And I remember the guitar player was Jeff Beck. Well, Jeff Beck is pretty much of a wizard on the guitar, and he's unique in that no one plays like it. I have a friend in Nashville named Phil Brown, who's also a wizard and a brilliant guitarist, and he plays very much like Jeff Beck, but it wasn't because he tried to copy.